Good morning, y'all. Well, Pop's here. We are on Popsfrosty, continuing our adventures in Westfall. It's been a bit since we've been on this tune. Just a quick reminder, this is a solo, self-found hardcore adventure, meaning that there is no mail, no trading, no auction house, and of course, death equals delete. We're also not allowed to group in the open world. Why I keep saying I'm running a lot of space with my add-ons. That just started. I'm gonna have to go through my add-ons. So we're trying to get 2 more Gore Tusk livers. We're on our way to Sentinel Hill where we'll begin doing the Peoples Militia and a few other things. There we go, we got a Gore Tusk liver. Well, we can't do much. We've got to get mana, and we've got to get mana to make water so we can sit down and drink it. There we go. There we go. Beard stuck in my t-shirt there. Pull that bad boy out. Well, I guess we did decide to cook, huh? Oh, we got all our Gore Tusk livers. Let's go back and turn that in. Oh, we'll turn this in. We'll get a recipe for Gore Tusk liver pie. Sounds delicious and yummy, I know. Let's see where our skills are at here. Been a while, so. Our skinning is at 111. We haven't even started tailoring yet. Okay, here we go.
These are just perfect, adventurer. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Farmer Saldine and I are going to
Let's
feast
learn
tonight.
that.
And here is a little
Good to
something
go.
for you for the hard work. You didn't think I was going to let an adventurer like you go hungry, did you?
Yes, I did. Let's see. I think we're all updated. Oh no, we can go get arcane missiles, detect magic, and flame strike. And that's going to cost us 45 silver. We're pretty good there. Let's see. We got any? Oh, we spent all our talent points at least. Okay. Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, bum. So the Gore Tusk livers we get now, we can cook with. That'll be what we use to boost our cooking to at least 85. And I believe then we'll take up barbecue bull ribs or whatever they're called, and we'll learn that over in Lakeshire. Put that there. Opie's dad. Alrighty. Portion grain,
so my
stout
friend sent you
mantle
here?
done.
How kind. Well, the
Peoples
Stormwind
Militia,
Monarchy
the
has abandoned our
Defias
cause.
Brotherhood.
Now it is up to the Peoples Militia
No
to keep
pause.
the land free from corruption. If our cause interests you, I can put your combat skills to use in the name of freedom. The Peoples Militia has but one goal: to defend the lands of Westfall and return peace to our surroundings. Unfortunately, the price of peace is often blood. One of my scouts has brought word of a band of Defias trappers wreaking havoc nearby. I have reports of
Oh, we need
Defias
the light
trapper
brothers.
sightings near the Jangle Lode mine to the northwest, as well as at the Molson Farm and Furlbros
All right.
Pumpkin Farm. If you seek to join our ranks, slay 15 Defias trappers and 15 Defias smugglers, then return to me. The band of wretches responsible for driving the good people of Westfall from the land call themselves the Defias Brotherhood. I need you to infiltrate this clan of thugs. We need to know who heads up the cartel and where they are hiding out. In Lakeshire, in the inn, there is a rogue by the name of Wiley who owes me a favor. Travel to Lakeshire in the Red Ridge Mountains, east of Elwyn, and find out what you can. Stormwind has abandoned us. A foul wind of depravity rustles through the plains of Westfall. This was my homeland, and I will not turn my back on the citizens who choose to remain here. We, the former farmers, shall make our stand. Your task, should you choose to accept, is to patrol the grasslands of Westfall. Track down and slay the vile gnolls that seem to be working in conjunction with the Deadmines thieves. Bring me 8 gnoll paws, and I will reward your bravery. The Defias front is constantly shifting. I've been following their movements for quite some time now. On a side note, I've ascertained that many members of the gang can be tracked by the red leather bandanas they wear. Bring me 15 of these bandanas and I'll see to it you are rewarded.
Alright, so we've got to kill so many trappers, so many smugglers, and get 15 bandanas. There we go. So the smugglers will throw knives at us. The trappers will come at us. And at some point they'll net you when they get low health, or if you try to run away. Yeah, come on. You're level 12. How are you resisting? There we go. And there's a red leather bandana. Alright, we got enough to kill this one. This is usually a pretty good spot right here. Usually it may change, who knows. Usually they spawn pretty quick here. Especially if you kill the ones in the camp. But there's 3 of them there, so don't know that I'll be doing that right away. There's the net. Don't matter. Spellbinder belt. I'm already wearing a Spellbinder belt. I like them apples. Oh, my coffee is delicious in the morning. By the way, it's only 6:30 in the morning here. I have no idea why I'm up this early other than I woke up and it was time to get up and get the laundry going, and yeah, so that's one of the reasons I'm up this early in the morning. Oh, we got nice cloth. Good. Can always use cloth. We haven't done anything with our tailoring yet. You can see we're only level 1. But, and I can't show you the bank because I've downloaded Baginator and dumped Bagnon. And I haven't been to the bank to put the data in there. But, yeah, we've got... I would love to take on that camp, but there's 3. We'll go over here and see if there's any up at the farm. Well, looks like they're dead over here. Maybe that's where that warrior went. Well, we got a trapper up. Maybe they're just starting to spawn again. That would be good timing. Oh no, there's a mage over here. I see the frostbolt. Well, we can always look in the woods here. There's another little camp of them over here. There's actually 3 or 4 places you can go to find these things, but... You can go to the Jangalode mine, you'll find them there. Ooh, this one might be close. I hope I got enough mana to take it out. Yeah, we should be fine. And we got a pat coming. Regardless, it's another trapper for us. All right. Let's take a quick peek. Now, besides here, there's a little hut over here where there's usually 4 or 5, if they're not already down. This mage might have gone over here already, but we'll go take a look. Nope, they're still up. All right, we just need that flesh ripper to go away. We don't really have any need to kill him, so we'll try to bypass him. Here we go. Kill. Okay, so we're going to take this one out next. That will be a 2-pull. We'll have to sit down and get up mana for that. Okay, well, we're getting the red leather bandanas. That's always nice. Okay. Let's get up a food buff while we're here. This one usually will pull that one. Although it didn't today. It might be because I'm at a pretty good angle today. And I don't have to go right in there after it. Okay. Okay. We need 5 more trappers, 2 more smugglers, 3 more bandanas. Maybe some more will be up over here, maybe they won't. Well, looks like we got some up here. Two more bandanas, still need 5 trappers. Those are both smugglers. That's a smuggler. Let's walk around here, see if we got any trappers over here. There we go. Another trapper coming around. That's a Pat. All right, let's, we'll go check the woods again. Maybe they've respawned by now. Maybe not. Well, looks like they might have. We passed all these buzzards. Well, some have anyway. We should be able to get what we need over here if we get lucky and we get a bandana to drop. Although I don't know if we'll have 3 trappers here. We should have at least 2. Well, we do. We have a 3rd trapper right there. Perfect. Now we just got to get another bandana to drop. We'll be all set. Thank you. Up, and we got our bandana, even nicer. All right. Kill that trapper, and we'll have those quests done. That'll definitely make us 17. And we'll be off to Lakeshire to talk to Wiley. That starts us on the path of the Defias Brotherhood quest line, which leads us to the quest for dead mines. Perfect. Probably ought to look and see if any of this stuff is an upgrade. Nope. Yep. That's it. Here comes the Pat, and yes, we dinged 17. Oh, we got another leather bag. Unfortunately, we do already have... Oh, no, that's a 6. Nice. There's an 8. Perfect. We get a couple more bank slots. Or bag slots. Glad we decided to kill that one. How many gore tusk livers do we have now? 4. All right. Okay, there's 5. We'll be able to cook those. They take mild spices, gore tusk liver mild spices, and you have to buy the mild spices in 5s. Therefore, I always like to have at least 5 gore tusk livers when I get ready to cook them. Otherwise, if you only have 2 or 3, you buy the 5 mild spices, which, by the way, you can't sell back to a vendor. And so you either walk around with mild spices in your bag, I would rather walk around with the livers in my bag, and every time I get at least 5 of them, I'll sell them. So, all right. Let's go turn in this. We're going to get the quest to kill the well-known pillagers and looters.
Well done, adventurer. My scout witnessed your valiant acts. You are proving yourself quite well so far. A band of vicious Defias pillagers has been seen plundering the Gold Coast Quarry, Moonbrook, and the Alexton farmstead. The Peoples Militia will not stand for such behavior. Dispatch immediately, adventurer, and make the light's presence known in Westfall. The Gold Coast Quarry is near the shore, to the west of the tower. As the next step of your training, I want you to kill 15 of those foul Defias pillagers and 15 Defias looters.
Geez, we're not even up to 2 gold yet? What the heck? I thought for sure it would be up to a 2 gold, but we're not. All right. One stam, 1 spirit. Okay. I think we get offered a cloak down here, which I think is 14 armor and 2 agility. Oh, we get offered a pair of cloth pants, which I don't think are that great, but we'll see.
What can I do for you? Nice work, person. Please accept one of these
2
items
strength,
as
2
payment
spirit.
for all your hard work.
Well, it's more armor. It's a little bit more spirit.
Light bless you.
We'll put them on. Not, you know. Oh. Okay, we got to set our hearth here. Before we forget to do that.
Welcome to my inn, weary traveler. What can I do for you?
Thank you. All right. let's go cook up what we gotta cook up. Then we're gonna fly over to Lakeshire. I don't know if we have that flight path or not. We should. I think we probably did Eastvale Logging Camp and all them. So we should have that flight path. We need some mild spices. Thank you.
Safe travel.
Let's cook up the boar meat first, since it's green. You can cook roasted boar meat up to, I think, 80. At 80, it'll turn gray. Obviously, it's green here. We might get 1 point, maybe 2 points in cooking. We may get none. It's all RNG here. All right, we got one anyway. Well, we got a second one. I wouldn't expect too much. Oh, we did get a third. Very nice. Well, we got 77. Very, very nice. Cook those up. Free barrel of milk there if anybody needs milk. Cook up these coyote steaks. All right, there we go.
Where are you going? Well, if you're looking to get there quickly, then look no further.
All right, so we're going to go to Lakeshire. We'll talk to Wiley. He's up in the inn there. What we're doing now is we're learning about the Defias. Now, we know we have the Defias in Westfall, but this quest line is going to explain a lot more about the Defias, why they're doing what they do, and everything else like that. So basically, Wiley is going to give us some information, but not quite the complete story. I have no idea what's making that noise. Unless it's the spin cycle on my washing machine. Sounds awfully loud for it, but... it might just be that. Alright, we're not actually going to pick up any quests over here. $84. 1 point shy of 85, which is what I think I need for the cooking on the boar ribs. I don't think it's 80. I want to say it's 85. Could be 80. We'll check. Alrighty, here we go. Here's the inn. And here's Wiley.
So, Stout Mantle sent you? Well, I owe him. What I am about to tell you could cost me my life. The Defias gang is up to something big. Last I heard, they were working in conjunction with various gnolls, kobolds, and even goblins. Take this note to Stoutmantle. It explains as much as I know on the subject.
All right. The Defias are up to something big.
Cooking is a lifelong pursuit, and I
Oh, we
see
can
we
do
share the
pork
same
ribs.
passion.
Okay, so it must have been 80. All right, great. Because we actually have pork ribs. We've been saving on to them. Right there, we've got 4 of them. Which means we could cook those up. It's kind of nice being on this early. The zone's not overcrowded. Okay, back to Sentinel Hill.
Where would you like to fly to?
All right, we're going to go give Gray and Stoutmantle the news that Wiley just gave us. Some nerve sending a total stranger to accuse the Defias gang. Oh, to discuss the Defias. Once you saved my life and now you put it in great peril. But I owe you. The Defias Brotherhood is larger than you think. Every mine from Westfall to Elwyn Forest is under their control. Kobolds and gnolls have been enlisted to do their dirty work. They have goblins crafting metal monsters to place in Westfall fields to prey on the superstitions of the local residents. They have a vast underground network built, bigger than you know, Stoutmantle. From Booty Bay right to Stormwind Keep. You may be a brave paladin, but you're a fool if you think you can shut them down. They are working on a weapon of mass destruction. After all, if there's one thing stonemasons know, it's how to build big. You don't think this was about pumpkin farms and vineyards, now did you? I repaid your favor. Now leave me alone, Wiley. So that's the note we're about to deliver. Those are a little bit better food than these, so we'll get rid of those. We'll hold on. I don't know why we're holding on to those, but get rid of that. All right. Yeah, we're going to go up here and deliver the news to Stoutmantle. He's then going to send us to go see Matthias Shaw in Stormwind. Maybe we know it as MI7. Go.
Bah, I should have let that scoundrel rot when I had the chance. But this information is crucial. Good work. I wonder what Wiley meant when he mentioned the stonemasons. Perhaps that was a slip of tongue. Could the Defias gang be related to the stonemasons? Only one man would know for sure. Matthias Shaw, head of SI-7. Show him Wiley's note and see if he has anything to add to this growing mystery. If you have trouble finding Shaw, check the barracks in Old Town.
Open for business. Have a good one.
We are going to see Matthias Shaw. First, going to make these up real quick. all this food is much better food than there we go. And now we're up to 89. Oh, should have gotten rid of that stuff. That's all right, we will.
Where are you going? Well, if you're looking to get there quickly, then look no further.
Okay, so we're going to go to Stormwind. We've got to see Matthias Shaw. We're going to train our level 16 skills. And we've also got to pick up the quest to get Alexis Boriston's compass, or whatever the heck his name is. There we go. Thank you. Now, Matthias Shaw is in Old Town. That's where that little question mark is. Oh, there's that warrior that we saw over in Red Ridge. All right, here's Mr. Matthias Shaw. We'll be seeing him a couple of times.
Welcome to SI, 7 headquarters, adventurer. This matter might be more complex than Stoutmantle realizes. The Stonemasons Guild was run by a man named Edwin Van Cleef. Van Cleef was responsible for rebuilding Stormwind after the Orcs razed it in the First War. Apparently, Van Cleef and his men were unhappy with their treatment by the king after the reconstruction was complete. That just might explain a thing or two. I have written a more detailed account for your master in Westfall. Take this to him at once.
Okay, so we all know the story, or if you don't know the story, pretty simply, the Orcs destroyed Stormwind, or some Stormwind, in the First Great War where the Orcs and the humans collided. And the Stonemasons were hired to repair it, which they did. However, when they went to get paid, they were refused payment by the nobles. Now, it says they weren't happy by their treatment with the king, but it really wasn't the king. Or it might have been. But whatever, they did not get paid. And as a result of not being paid, they withdrew to Westfall, where they formed the Defias gang. And that's how come the Defias are attacking Stormwind. They're not really attacking it, they're more like laying siege to it. They've taken over the mines, which provide Stormwinds with copper and any other ores that can come out of the mines. And they've also run off all the farmers around Westfall. And the farmers obviously, you know, provided Stormwind with a lot of food.
It seems an eternity since I was a boy working the farm in Westfall. They say you can never go back, and it's
and
true.
now Barros
Doubly true
Alexton,
in my case. My family's home
here,
has been burned down and taken
this
over
fella
by
here.
thieves. I have spoken with my father about the fate of some of my possessions, including my first compass. He was unable to save them. However, he also says that they should be hidden away on the farm. You'll find the Alexton farmstead west of Sentinel Hill. Perhaps you could go and retrieve it for me.
Okay, so Barros Alexton was also a member of the Stonemasons Guild. We'll find this out later on down the line. And at one point, in order to try to settle the dispute between the stonemasons and Stormwind, Van Cleef and a couple of other of his higher-ups, let's say, met with the nobles, and they were offered positions within the ranks of Stormwind. Of course, Van Cleef turned it down, choosing to remain loyal to the other stonemasons and the members of the guild, while Barros Alexton took the position of city architect. Basically, in my opinion, he sold out his fellow stonemasons and went for the job offer. Long way to go to train, isn't it? Jesus. And we're not doing this quest. This is an arcane quest.
Greetings, Mage. Shall I provide
We're
you
not
with
doing
further
that.
insight into the world of magic?
Okay, we got arcane missiles, detect magic, and flame strike.
Be careful.
Arcane missiles rank 2. Detect magic. And flame strike. Flame strike is an AoE. That goes there with all my other AoEs. Alright, back to Sentinel Hill. A lot of traveling. But you do want to get this compass quest before you kill the pillagers and looters, because the compass is in the same location as the pillagers and looters, or some of the pillagers and looters. I will swing by the bank. We'll drop off this linen cloth. Well, you see how much linen I have in the bank. One of these days I'll take it all out, run over here and work on my tailoring, but there's really not much I'm going to make out of linen. Once we get to be able to use wool, then we can make our own 8-slot bags, and we could replace these 2 6-slotters with 8-slotters. So I just kind of stockpile the linen until I get to a point where I know it'll take me up to Hey.
No one's ever stolen anything out of here.
There you go.
Not in the whole history of the whole history.
20, 40, 60, 81, 121, 147. 173 linen cloth in the bank. I don't think we need that for anything. I don't know why I'm holding. We'll hold that in case we have to buy bank slots in the future. There.
For the Alliance.
So with all that linen in there, we get to 80 pretty easy, where you can make
Best deals in
8
all
slot
of
bags.
Stormwind, my friend. Won't find any better. Now, what can I help you
But
with?
we don't have any wool cloth anyway, so there's no big hurry to get there.
Light.
It takes 9 wool cloth to make 1 bag. Now, once we kill the pillagers and looters, we turn it in, we'll get a quest to kill highwaymen, pass stalkers, and knuckle dusters. And the highwaymen and the knuckle dusters can drop wool. That'll be our first chance to get wool cloth.
Where is it you would like to go, lass?
Where is
For
it
just
you
a
would
few
like to
coin,
go,
my
lad? Well, I
griffins
want to
can
go
get
back
me
to
there
Westfall.
faster than even the
I've got to go
swiftest
turn in
horse.
this letter. All right, so let's see if you want to know here. Led by Edwin Van Cleef, the Stonemasons Guild was composed of the most skilled builders among men. The stonemasons helped to rebuild the broken city of Stormwind that was razed by the orcs during the First War. Van Cleef and his tradesmen were peerless builders, and their work and artistry was evident in the edifices of the Cathedral of Light and Stormwind Keep itself. However, the nobles of Stormwind ran up a huge debt by expanding the kingdom's military presence through Elwyn and into Stranglethorn. The massive debt crippled the kingdom's economy and stripped Van Cleef and his stonemasons of their promised rewards. After spending years toiling to rebuild the glorious city, the stonemasons were left broke, forgotten by the city's corrupt officials. Having personally known Edward Van Cleef my entire life, I can tell you that facing him as a foe is quite a daunting task. You see, he was my childhood friend, and I personally trained him in the ways of the shadows, thinking that one day he might consider a career alongside me. If Van Cleef is heading up the Defias Brotherhood, may the light have mercy on our souls. Messiah Shaw. So there you go. You know a little bit more now about the lore.
King's honor.
There we go.
Be careful. Edwin Van Cleef. I know the name well. To think that a man so industrious and talented could turn into such a scoundrel.
So now we have a quest to
I'll
track
need
down
further
the
proof before
messenger.
I believe this. We need to discover the location of the Defias hideout. Adventurer, my scout reports that a Defias messenger has been seen on the roads between Moonbrook, the Gold Coast Quarry, and the Jangalode mine. I want you to capture him. If he resists, kill him and bring me whatever he is carrying.
Alright, so we're going to go over here to the Alexton farmstead. We'll find pillagers there. We'll find looters there. We'll, there we go, more livers, more ribs for our cooking. We'll find the compass there. Roar. Well, that's a druid. Well, I don't want to be by that flesh ripper. Yes, I usually kill a few Gortus on the way there, looking for livers. So the messenger, Pat's from Moonbrook, right here. He walks down to the Gold Coast Quarry, and then he goes to the Jangalode Mine, and then of course he pats back. So sometimes you get lucky when you're crossing this road and you can see him, but we don't see him today. But that's all right. We're not really after him at this very exact moment. We will be after him, but not at this exact moment. Let's see. Well, it looks like somebody's over here because these guys are dead. And that looter is dead. Wow, somebody's been over here. Somebody's really been over here. This is usually... Oh, there it is. Ralphie's over here, I guess. Go on, Ralphie, with your bad self. There we go. There's the compass. So the pillagers cast fireballs, and they're pretty rough. But we put up dampen magic. That'll ease us. The looters are melee. They're going to disarm us. Well, they're going to try anyway. What? There's nothing else up here. Oh, okay. Yeah, there's others up here. Okay, let's get this looter. Now the fireballs from the pillagers, they hurt. I'm not gonna lie, they're pretty nasty. Which is why the pillagers were rated as like the #1 killer of low-level toons. No sense in even shooting a frostbolt. We don't have a spell steal. We don't have counter strike. I mean, you can see the damage that their their firebolts do. All right, let's sit down here. Let's get up our mana. Let's get a food buff. All right. So over here, there'll be some gnolls, hopefully. And because it's going to take a little bit for that camp to respawn, I come over here and kill gnolls. Work on giving my gnoll paws. Kind of a little circle I do. There we go. Get up my mana. Now these guys, I think they can drink a potion or something. They're kind of like the Murloc foragers, where they can, if they want to, they can heal themselves. They usually don't. Or if you kill them quick enough, they won't. There we go. Another gnoll paw. There's also a pat that comes along here. There he is right there. one of the reasons I pull this one back. And yes, you don't want to pull those, well, if you're brave, you can pull the camps. I don't want to pull the camp. Very nice, we got 3 Gnome paws. 3 out of 8. So we're working on 4 quests at once. We're going to get the messenger, the pillager, the Gnome paws, and we've already got the compass. And you can see he was going to drink a potion. That would have healed him. It's just like the Murloc foragers. Nice, we got 5. Now, hopefully, if nobody else has come over there to that little camp when we get back there, that little camp will have been respawned. And we'll be able to get some more pillagers and looters. Well, looks like we got a couple of them up anyway. Yeah. Oh, we even got a chest in there. All right, so we're going to go up and around here to take this one out. Check out the chest. Yeah, nothing exciting. There should be one spawning there. Maybe not at this exact moment, but... And there should be one that spawns over here. There it is. All right, we definitely gotta eat, and we definitely gotta drink. Then you can see we get a lot more cloth. There it is. Well, we got all pillagers this time around, which isn't bad. I do like giving my pillagers out of the way. They're the worst. The looters aren't so bad, but these pillagers can be brutal. Let's go up here and see if there's any mobs up here. There might not be any. That mage was over here wreaking havoc. Well, we got a couple of looters up here. We're fine with that. We can handle 2 of those bad boys. Oh, yeah, there's that mage. He's still here. So we're going to walk up. We're going to sheep this one. We're going to take this one out. Really, a resist? Come on. Thank you. Had me kill those already too, huh? This guy don't mess around. This Ralphie. Does a pretty good job. Okay, we're going to sheep that. We're going to kill the pillager first. And we have to keep an eye on that barn door because you're liable to get one out of there. There we go. Really? You didn't run? out of your dead. I think if you go in that barn, there's like 3 or 4 pillagers in there. Or there's 3 or 4 mobs in there anyway. Alright, doesn't look like there's much left up here. We'll go back and get our last Gnoll paw. Oh, just making sure that nothing there. Hopefully, I would think that, well, pretty soon Ralphie would be done, unless he's just going to sit there and farm them. Which at level 15 wouldn't be a bad idea if you can find enough of them. So we're back to the gnolls. Here comes the Pat. Hey. Have to get up some more mana. They all gave up Gnoll paws the first time around. This time they're like, yeah, no. There we go. All right, we have all of our Gnoll paws. Now, you can come over here, and there are pillagers and looters over here. And the advantage of killing them over here is that the messenger actually comes over here. And there's a good chance you might get the messenger while you're killing them. The bad news is there's not a ton of them here. And if you want to kill a bunch of them, you got to go all through that cave. And, yeah, that's not the most exciting prospect in the world, but There's probably enough here for me to almost finish this quest, and then I can sit down and drink and wait. And maybe we get lucky and the messenger comes this way. And we get the messenger done. Also in this cave, there's gnolls. You see that river paw miner there. They'll also drop your gnoll paws. So, I mean, technically, you could come over here. You could do your pillagers, your looters, your gnoll paws, and the messenger. Of course, it's not for the faint of heart being over here. You can easily pull two over here. Which isn't bad if you're pulling a pillager and a looter, but if you're pulling two pillagers, yeah, he can almost cancel Christmas. Thank you. There's usually a pillager that pops up over there. Somebody's been here because there's usually a pillager or two there also, but... Alright, let's get our food buff back. So we got 9 pillagers and 9 looters so far. We need 6 more of each. I don't know the respawn timer on them. I do know we gotta wait for that looter to pat back before we go taking out this pillager. And that one is a pat. It will pat away. Eventually. Alright, well, we got this one. Let's kill this one. There goes the pat. I told you it would pat away eventually. Let's go out here. I think all my food is buff food, pretty much. Gnome invasion is recruiting all gnomes. Well, no sir, I'm all set. Alright, that looter should be patting back here any time. There's a pillager right there, and you can see it. We'll wait for the looter, though, before we take it out. Hey, where's my looter that's patting around here? Well, I don't know where that is, but we do have a pillager that respawned right here. Might as well clean his clock. There's the looter. All right, let's get in here a little bit. It is definitely easy to get in trouble in this cave. We definitely got to be careful in here. It looks like we had a pillager respawn out there. Got to be careful. Hey, here's another looter. We are not going to go deep in here. Maybe if we weren't hardcore, because we can certainly go deep. But when you get to the end of this cave, they respawn at a rate that's ridiculous. And I think you have a pillager and a looter there that you have to deal with at the same time. Not that we can't do that, we can. But they're starting to come to life out here. Let's go back out here. Was kind of hoping we'd see the messenger, but we haven't yet. Alright, I think pretty soon we should be getting respawns out here. Oh, there we go. Oh, we got a pillager there. Good thing we have enough mana to take it out. We have enough health to withstand it. Go. One more pillager, two more looters. And of course the messenger. Now, the messenger could be getting killed as he spawns, too, down in Moonbrook. A lot of times, I don't think the server's that busy this morning, but a lot of times when the server's busy, people do line up there at the blacksmith in Moonbrook to kill him. I guess we could head that way, because there's pillagers and looters down there, too. We really don't need that many. The hell, we might even run into the poor boy on his way out here. Let's go that way. There he is. There's the messenger. He was on his way to come see us. This guy needs them. I would not normally go into a group because of being hardcore, but on the same hand, I can't see making that poor guy wait. You're welcome. I was hoping to catch up to him to buff him, but he's off and running. Alright, we'll go down here, see if we can't get our last two looters and our last pillager. We might even get them right at the old farmstead over here, if Ralphie isn't killing them all. I didn't want you, you sorry bastard. Took the corner a bit too sharp. That's right, we'll lose him. Eventually. There we go. Alright. Let's see. Before we try to kill these, there we go. We got to make sure. See how that guy's coming around? That's what I wanted to make sure, is he's gone. Now, he's going to go in the barn. He'll be in there for a minute. I don't know how long we're going to get, but we're going to do that. Hopefully we can get these two before he comes back out. Otherwise he's just going to add. How can you be 3 points? Alright, let's pop a healing potion. Yeah, let's let him come. There's all the pillagers. We need one looter. I don't think we have the mana to kill that guy at the moment. But that's right, he's going to pat back here in a moment. We'll kill him then. Meanwhile, let's get our mana up. There he comes. We're going to take him now. This is the last one we need. Alright, pillages, looters, done. Messenger, done. Knoll paws, done. Compass quest, done. Perfect. We'll turn those in. We'll get a quest to go kill highwaymen and path stalkers. That will be the next segment of our Peoples Militia. We really didn't use our wand much, but it's an okay wand. Oh, wow. Somebody is doing the escort. Huh. Probably the priest.
Light be with you.
All right, the
Worth to
Peoples
People's
Militia,
has been
done.
validated by your brave acts thus far. Some Defias have
Ah,
eluded
there we go.
us.
We get a
My
nice
most
one when
trusted
we do
scout
that.
reports that these Defias have been looting and pillaging the countryside all the way into southern Westfall. We believe they are hiding out in the Dagger Hills, plotting their next move. Slay the wretches in the name of the People's Militia.
There we go.
This is indeed firm proof that Van Cleef is in charge. Now all we need to know is where the Defias gang is hiding out. We've had a stroke of luck while you were gone. We
Yeah.
captured a thief trying to steal Saldean's wagon. He has promised to lead us to the hideout in exchange for his life. I want you to defend the traitor so he can reveal the hideout. Return to me once you have uncovered the location. Well done, adventurer. With valiant adventurers such as yourself fighting alongside the People's Militia, Westfall just might return to the prosperous breadbasket
Wow.
it once was. Please accept
Look at all
this in
this cloth
recognition
we
of your
got.
tireless efforts.
Perfect. And repair. How much will we need at level 18 to train? Oh, we only need 54 silver. Oh, we get remove lesser curse then. Very nice. All right, so yeah, we've gotten a little bit further. We've unraveled some more mysteries about the Defias. We made level 17, almost 18. And most importantly, we survived another day. So that's going to do it for today's adventures of Popsfrosty. I hope you enjoy this video and stay tuned to this channel. We'll be posting more up soon. Everyone have a terrific day. Thank you.